What's up, gamers, all of all kind, retro gamers, new school gamers, just gamers in general. Welcome to Retro Recap Edition 10. And in this Retro Recap Edition 10, we're going to go, the feature video is going to be Pac-Man. And it's also going to be featured in this, is going to be featured Sonic Adventure. For those who like those titles, continue with my retro theme. And you're going to see a little bit of Pac-Man. I'm not really good at this game. I never was good at it. Arcade version, Sega Genesis version, I was never good at this. But in this edition of the Retro Recap 10, we're going to talk about, I want to get you guys involved, even though it's a commentary by myself. I want to get you guys' opinion on, what was gaming like before online gaming. Now, I know a lot of you who are new school, who left comments in the Recap 9, and this is basically going to be me picking up on that, new school and old school. Those who are new school maybe not used to what gaming was like before, let's say Xbox Live, which revolutionized online gaming. A lot of you may not be familiar with what game was like, so I'm going to go share a couple things with you guys for those who aren't used to it, and those who are used to the old style. You can relate with me on this, and throw your feedback. I remember, as this Pac-Man is really chasing me. I remember back then, you used to call up a friend or friends. Let's meet up today. Let's meet up over my house. Let's play Madden, or let's play NBA 2K11, or let's play Street Fighter, or let's play Super Smash Brothers, or something like that. And I mean, or even, oh, this Pac-Man's on me. They're actually about to get me. Yep, I'm trapped. I knew it. But let's play Mario Party or something like that. Games where it took a lot of Fusion Frenzy. Games that took a lot of, let's say, community aspect, where you get to play with your community, that people that you knew. And used to call people up, and then when we go over to the house, we would get snacks or something. We would gather around the TV, the 40-inch TV, and we would play these games, and we would have mad fun. Now it's like, that aspect of gaming is lost because of the fact that you can just hop on and you can connect Xbox Live, PlayStation Network, and you can play with people online. You don't need, you don't need to have, anybody nearby. But I think before online gaming came about, it was good for people who didn't have a certain system, and you knew a buddy who had the system, say Sega Dreamcast, and you knew he had that console. You would just come right over. You're like, I got such and such game. You try to come over. I'll bring some other friends over, friends that you might not know. But that's how you get to know. That's how you get to know people. Their friends become your friends once you know them, because everybody becomes friends over a video game because it's all about enjoyment. And I remember those days where, get a group of people over, play the game. All was fun and good. You lose that aspect of that now because everybody has the same consoles now. Everybody has Xbox Live, PlayStation Network. It's not really hard to get it now. And that sense of togetherness is gone. You don't see that no more. And as I load up Sonic Adventure, you don't see that aspect no more. And I'm gonna go break down the pros and cons of each, style. So for example, we're gonna start with online gaming first. Well, actually, no, we're not. We're gonna start with old school gaming as far as before online, and I'm talking about before 2005, when I believe Xbox made its mark. I think 2004, 2005. I think it was 05. Before Xbox Live made its mark. It may even be before that. I can't even remember. But the advantages of having, before online gaming was that it brought a sense of community between, neighborhood friends, family members who didn't have such and such, or if they did, you could system link. If you got a bunch of people, you can system link. It brings that togetherness. It also brings, added competition. You don't want to get shown up in front of your friends. It's just like an individual free for all. You want to be the best guy. You want to show off your skills while they're right there, and you can have bragging rights, ultimate bragging rights while they're in your face. You know, it also brought together laughs. It also brought together, you know, that, like I said, competitiveness.
Select
it also
your character.
brought, you know, that feeling of, you know, being the best. If you're the best one out there and you're showing off, you know, you get that sense of, you know, I can't be stopped. It's not cockiness. It's just that, you know, it brings up that feeling when everybody is there.
Select a stage.
You know, of course, it brings out, you know, it could bring out fighting. You know, people get ultra competitive and people fight over games. But, you know, it's rare cases that the games are made for, you know, excitement. Now, the disadvantages of that type of gaming is that, you know, you're limited to who you can play. You can't play people, you know, out of state. So if I know somebody from California somewhere and I'm in Baltimore or New York or East Coast, I can't play those people. You know, it's like it's losing the aspect. I also can't, you know, there's no online feature where I can download games and stuff. You know, there's that aspect of it. So, you know, there's a couple things. You guys thinking, you know, feel free to leave in comments some disadvantages to, you know, this online gaming. Now, when we talk about online gaming, you want to talk about the fact that you can play with anybody around in the country, not even just globally. You can play anybody. It also brings the fact that, you know, if you're having a clan, you know, your clan members won't just be people in your neighborhood that you know personally. It can be anybody, since you can play online. Online also adds a little bit more excitement as far as you can do more things. As far as how should, like, if I was to enter a tournament for game battles, you know, I'm not limited to who I can add. You know, online gaming also brings, you know, that sense of having fun without having to be able to see the person. Sometimes, not everybody we play with we want to see in real life. You know, you just want to play with them, you know, over the game. You don't want to literally see them. You know, just believe me, I've had my fair share of people that I met on here that I probably wouldn't want to see in real life. And I'm not gonna really say no names, but you know, they're good players, maybe not the best people. So you're not forced to actually be there right beside them and play the game with them in order to, you know, enjoy the game. And I think what it also does is it brings a sense of togetherness via the internet, but it's still like it adds that dimension of, you know, having fun. The whole point of Xbox, the whole point of these consoles is to have fun. Online gaming also brought about the fact you can download the internet. You can download DLC, you can download extra content. Before that, and there were no updates because the manufacturers had no way to update your system without the internet. So online gaming does provide some aspects to it that I like, and you know, a lot of these things we take for granted because they think, well, especially new school gamers, that online gaming was, you know, was standard for gaming, and it really wasn't. I mean, before online gaming, that was going over to people's houses and playing games and enjoying games that way. So, in order to know how we got here today, you have to know the history, how it evolution, how it evolved from, you know, going over someone's house to now being able to sit in the comforts of your room or your house and play people globally. And right now you're seeing Sonic Adventure on Twinkle Park, and I'm just about halfway done with this. And this is another one of those games where before online games, Sonic Adventure, you can play the multiplayer, race to the finish. Those type of things were competitive and fun. You didn't want to be the guy that finished in last place between two people because it felt, I mean, it was fun, but it felt embarrassing because you want to be the one that always wants to win. So, you guys leave me with your comments in the description box. Tell me what you guys think. Do you think that online gaming is better, or do you think gaming before, you know, how one of them, or do you like both? Now, I personally like both because I've been in both predicaments. I've been around when gaming was all about, you know, meeting up over someone's house and getting together, and I've also been around the online aspect. So I can kind of speak on both sides. I like both sides. I like how I innovated between that to now online. So really hard to choose, but I listed some pros and cons. Maybe there's some, you know, I haven't listed. So this is where you guys can step up and think of some ideas or just some other things that I didn't mention. And also for my next recap 11, this is gonna be something special. I'm gonna let you guys determine what should be the topic for my next recap. Now I'm gonna give you guys till let's say Wednesday of next week before, because I put my recaps out every Saturday. I'll give you guys till Wednesday or Thursday to decide what should be my next topic. I'm gonna listen to all ideas, so feel free to leave in the comments or inbox, and that's what I'll be talking about for my next recap. But not that I'm running out of ideas, it's just I want to know what you guys think. So be sure to comment, rate, subscribe. I'm done with this video, this recap. Let me know what you guys think. You will be seeing debut of the Sunday Forum. I will be leaving a trailer, so let me know what you guys think about that. And this is your boy Retro. It's the Retro Recap 10. I am out.